Somebody else I want to hear from is Fazia Abdi Ali, who's with Women in International Society.
Yeah, thank you. I must start by congratulating you that the speech was really, really good because it really advocated for issues of women, which is an area of passion. I'm not speaking as wives today. I'm actually speaking as Sisters Without Borders because I chair a platform of very inspirational women who work every single day in the field of peace and security, in particular countering violent extremism. So the women come from different parts of the country, from northern Kenya, from the coastal region, even here in Nairobi. And our engagement is all towards ensuring we have a peaceful society. We empower women from the household level to understand prevention, to understand early warning signs of radicalization of their kids, to look at prevention towards stigma that is associated with those mothers whose kids have actually joined violent extremism or even their spouses. We also look at empowering them through support groups where they can have a space to engage with other like-minded people and even learn from each other. And we also ensure that these cross-border engagement between those within northern Kenya and those within the coastal region so that they don't feel alone in this whole concept of violent extremism. What is normally important for me is when it comes to issues of peace and security, engagement with women is still minimal, and we are still playing catch-up. When we are pushing for 2/3 even within our own parliamentary systems, we're not looking at what these 2/3 will be doing. And for us, we are pushing towards them having some concrete things that they will talk about within parliament. And in particular is the issue of education. Because for the women in northern Kenya, their children are actually not going to school. They're not getting quality education. And as Hassan has said, this ends up becoming a society that has young people who are not well educated and are more susceptible to violent extremism. Secondly, it's the issue of the economy. In places such as the coastal region, this has affected the economy, and this trickles down to the household level, and it affects the woman's own economy within that structure. So how can we have even these conversations going high? And we try and link this to the national level. We also ensure that these discussions around policy on prevention has a gender lens, because the reasons why boys join and the reason why girls join is very different. But when we are searching for solutions and policy, we try and group them together. So sometimes even when we are looking at issues of amnesty, we are not really opening up that space to understand if we are going to put up a rehabilitation center, how do we make it different from, when engaging with the boy and when engaging with the girl. So that is very critical for us. One key thing I would love to put across is you started the conversation, the White House conference in February, and it brought a lot more conversation here through the regional conference we had. And I wanted to elevate that in terms of ensuring it's more sustainable so that it pushes away from just discussion, is to push for a hub that can be placed in Africa. The hub we have is actually in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. This is the Hidayah Center, which is useful for research and ensuring there's more conversation around how private sector gets involved, how civil society and governments can come together. But we don't have such hubs in Africa. So in most cases, when you hear about capacity building of CVE, we have to go outside Africa to get this capacity building. So why not actually start thinking about either expanding the global center to have a hub in Kenya or somewhere in Africa for easy access for even the grassroots initiatives and civil society to also be engaged. Thank you.
Thank you. That was an excellent presentation. Thank you. And I will very much take your remarks under advisement in terms of the possibilities of setting up a hub. The idea of women being actively engaged in countering violent extremism is absolutely critical. Mothers tend to be more sensible, and I'm just telling the truth. And obviously, the younger we're reaching, children, and giving them the sense that violence is not the right path, and that's being reinforced by their primary caregiver, which typically is the mother. And the idea of peer-to-peer